Good evening, everybody, and Merry Christmas. And all that jazz. Thank you, Lonely Turnip. It's nice to be back. Would have loved to be back a little bit sooner. Hang on, damn. Me playing Isaac because I need something easy that I can play in the background while I talk about everything because I don't feel like making this into a video right now. And it's kind of impossible for me to do that right now anyway, as I lack the necessary software to do so. More on that in just a little bit. Let me get the game open and I'll start talking about it. Okay. There we are. Alright, game's up. So, just doing a run. Hopefully this isn't too loud or too quiet or something. First thing you'll probably notice is that my mic doesn't sound nearly as good as it usually does. And that is because my audio interface, while I was gone, just shit the bed somehow. I didn't have my computer on or anything whatsoever the entire time I was gone, so I don't know what happens. I thought it was the wire, but I replaced the wire. It still didn't work, so there's that. While I was gone, I ordered a new graphics card, and it's the RX 480. It's because I am on a budget, couldn't afford the 1070, so that's why I got this one. Works pretty well, runs Overwatch even better than Proptosis, I win. Runs Overwatch even better than the last one, which was the AMD 7950. So that's really nice. But unfortunately, upon installing this graphics card, my computer just shit itself. I don't know what it was, if it was the hard drive or what, but it was not having that. So it got halfway through installing the drivers, it froze, and then Windows just would not boot, and it would just continually be stuck in a loop forever. So I thought it was something with the graphics card, so I reinstalled the next one, or I reinstalled the previous one, excuse me, and it still did it. So I ended up having to reinstall Windows, which, you know, it's no big deal. Just get all the programs back and everything like that. Well, it's not how it worked out. Not at all. Because when I reinstalled Windows, I got halfway through the graphics installation once again, and for the second time, it just shit itself. So I was really beginning to think that the graphics card was just a lemon, and that it was fucking my computer somehow. Is that not the secret room? That it was fucking my computer, or something. So I installed again, and something else happened. I don't remember what it was. I think it was in the middle of trying to get Vegas, and then the computer just kind of froze up and fucked itself. Installed again. Then I ended up trying to update it, and it shat itself again. I could not get it to stop saying getting ready. It sat there for about a good hour saying getting ready. I left it there for an hour because I had to get up and do something, but I figured, you know, whatever, it would be fine while I'm not there, you know? It's generally kind of how it works. It didn't stop, so I gave up. I restarted it, said it was undoing its changes, never undid its changes, sat there forever, then it got in the boot loop, had to reinstall it again. A couple more times, tried to do a few more things. One time I uninstalled the Xbox app because it has this thing called, what is it, Game DVR or something, and I didn't need it. So I got rid of it, and it caused Windows to collapse. So basically the gist of everything that I'm saying today is that Windows is terrible and I hate it. But it's unfortunately all I got. Only way I can like really edit anything, record anything, play anything, so that's the unfortunate part about it. Thankfully right now it seems to be stable enough. Seems to be. It automatically updated itself, and I set the time for it to restart as late as humanly possible because I have a feeling the second that it decides to restart, I'm not going to be able to use my computer until I reinstall again. So, fun. That's kind of been my week. Ever since I left where I was, life has just not been good to me, in that regard at least. But it seems to be fine now, thankfully, just in time for the holiday, not the holidays. But we'll just have to wait and see. If you're wondering why I didn't end up releasing that skit before I left, it's because I was trying to do trying to think of like several ideas at once, and I couldn't figure out which one I wanted to do more, and I really didn't want to phone it in, so I just decided against it, and that I would think of something else whenever I got home. And I didn't want to have to. I don't like that. There we go. And I didn't want to have to do that because it felt kind of shitty. Because I was like, oh hey, you know, I'll release this before I go, and that'll be kind of my going away present or whatever for a little bit. And then it didn't actually end up happening. There really wasn't much that I could do about it. I could either do that, or I could disappoint a bunch of people with a lackluster skit. It's one or the other. So. Thank you, Turnip. My first order of business right now is just getting my interface to work again, which hopefully I don't have to replace it because it was expensive as hell. The interface is not just used for like recording vocal audio either, by the way. The interface is used for also the music stuff. So while I'm not able to use my interface, I'm also not able to record anything music-wise. I'm also not able to play anything. It really sucks. My DAW is just kind of sitting there uselessly. Let's re-roll this. It sucks. I'll take this enough, so sure. But yeah, I don't have Vegas right now. I've got to go through the motions to install that. The only recorder I have right now is OBS, which is what I'm using to stream right now. I don't have DX Story installed, but I can get it. And, let's see what's over here. That's just a matter of me being lazy. I looked into a few alternatives because I don't like using DX Story that much. I don't know why, it bugs me, and it's really hard on your CPU and everything. My CPU's getting a little old. Jesus Christ, I have like no health. CPU is the FX 8350. Which is the 8-core 4 GHz from AMD. Everything I have is AMD because I'm a cheap bastard. And that was stupid. It's worked well, but I need to get something better. And yeah, like, that's pretty much kind of been my thing with this, is like, what is it? Ever since I made the Hanzo video, I kind of had this habit of kind of like rushing things out. And it was honest to God because I thought I could. The original video that got a ton of views, the Symetra video, was something I made in 20 minutes. So I was like, you know, this shit'll be easy. But yeah. There's a few ideas I have for commentaries right now, even though those aren't the most popular thing. I still want to do them because why not? That's gonna get me killed. One of the things that I wanted to go on about, but have resisted the urge to make, is one about the current meta in Overwatch. The reason I have resisted is probably for the reason you're guessing, which is... God, I'm bad at this game. The reason you're guessing is probably because everybody else has already done it. And to be fair, like, as much as I dislike the current meta, there aren't very many things that I've thought of that I think would fix it. Which is one of the things that I like to do when I make commentaries. I like to offer ideas that I otherwise, or nobody else has ever thought of. Turn the game sound down. Okay. That should be better. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've had to like redo all of my audio setup because of this stupid interface, so my bad. See, the audio interface is great because I could have my system sound hooked up through that, and I could have it adjusted to whatever I wanted, while it would still be like the same volume for something like streaming. And I can't do that with just Windows. Well, I probably can, but I don't want to figure out how. Yeah, it should be fine now. I hope it is, at least. That's, the consistent problem with this mic, is that it's so damn quiet. This is why I didn't want to use it. It's a blue snowball. I already get this? Okay, I did. But yeah, come, like, New Year, I think that's when I'm gonna start, like, getting really back into the swing of things. And I'm gonna put a lot more effort into my channel and whatnot. Oh, these are both good. I think I have to take this, and then I have to leave that one behind. But yeah, once January rolls around, I'm gonna start putting, like, a lot more work and effort into stuff, and it may not be for very long, is the issue. And the reason why is because I have plans to move out of here pretty soon. And YouTube, unfortunately, isn't paying the bills yet. Hope maybe it will one day. I don't want any Torbjorn in my chat, please. I don't want anything to do with Torb's molten nut. I don't want anything to do with Torb. He is a hell gnome, a horrible goblin, end of story. That should not have been that easy. Sweet. It's actually looking like it could be a one run. Yeah, I was talking about the Overwatch meta thing, and I didn't really finish that thought, I don't think. But yeah, like, the current meta sucks so much, which I'm sure everybody already knows. And, like, it's actually, like, actively sapped the will for me to play this game. I haven't hardly played, like, any comp since I've got home. In fact, I haven't played any. And I only played a little bit before I left, too. Because of the fact that it was just, the meta's just so stale. I hate it so much. It's really boring. There's only like 7 characters that are really worth playing or some shit. Like, and like the thing is, yeah, like especially considering the level that I'm at, which isn't very high. It's platinum. You don't have to adhere to that, but it's not the problem that I have to adhere to that, or I think I do. It's everybody else. Which, of course, you know, it's kind of shitty to say, you know, it's everybody else's fault, not my own, but it quite literally is, because anytime you play something outside of the meta, you'll get some asshole telling you to switch, or somebody who ends up starting to throw the game because you won't switch to something else. Overwatch community is really bad. It is really, really bad, and sure, we'll go with it. And I'm sure this is something that, like, happens in a lot of other game communities, so it probably is unfair of me to say that it's just Overwatch, because it's probably not. But, like, I'm not even really saying that, it kind of sounds like I'm implying it when really I'm not, but, yeah, it's just, I just haven't had much of a want to play it, and quick play is just the worst. Quick play is the absolute worst. It is so not fun. Like, I really don't like it when I join a team, and then we've got already 3 DPS, and somebody decides, oh, we really need a 4th. That just, oh my god. And that's like every quick play game ever. And, you know, of course it's like, oh, you don't take quick play seriously. Well, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do then? There's another topic that I kind of wanted to talk about in the future, is the it's just quick play fallacy. Maybe fallacy isn't the word to use there, but if I use it in the title, it'll probably bring more attention because I'm a whore like that. But yeah, I don't think it's such a bad thing that people want to win. Like, why is that so taboo, I guess? It's like there's a video that I made about the advent of perhaps a what is it? Man, I'm having such a difficult time gathering thoughts. I haven't had to do this in a while. But like the idea of an unranked ranked mode, which a lot of people argued would basically, like, that's basically what quick play is now. It's even got its own like hidden MMR and everything, and the idea of a ranked mode that isn't ranked would just split the community even more, and I get that. The way that I would kind of fix that, I think, is I would probably make it so that the unranked ranked mode had more of a, like, stronger policy on stuff like griefing and, you know, throwing, you know, because in quick play you can do anything you want. You can be that attack Symetra and be a shithead to people, and you won't get punished for it. And I'm thinking something like an environment where you will get punished for that, but I don't know. You can get a double deal there. Okay. I'm a really a big fan of the switch that they did to the 1 hero limit, by the way. I know I made a video about that, but like a lot of the opinions that I had have switched since then. In the video that I made of talking about the update, I was like, you know, the soldier thing was really good. Like, he was in such a bad spot, and now he's like in a much better spot. Like, I do not agree with that at all anymore. I think he is absolutely busted, like to the worst degree possible. It is amazing that he made it through PTR like that. Avosk, you're really not missing much, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, it's like every single time I've played a game, I've had to, like, if I'm playing DPS, I have to switch to Soldier, or else I'm just not doing anything. Because he's just that good. And if I'm playing tank, I have to play, like, Roadhog or D.Va. Like, I could play Ryan, but I hate playing Ryan, so I don't usually play Ryan. Damn, I suck. It's okay, the game's letting me get away with it. Just using Little Brim more. But yeah, that's, I got off track there, but, like, that's one of the things that I want to cover is that, like, the it's just quick play thing is really dumb. I don't think it's so bad that somebody wants to win. I mean, obviously, it's not the super try-hard environment. It should be the environment for practicing, but, like, it sucks being in there and having the, like, you know, the attack Symetra who thinks they're absolutely hilarious, and that they're doing something new and creative that nobody else has ever thought of before. I don't know what either of these... Oh, that's Betrayal. I hate Betrayal. I don't even know what this does. But yeah. Yeah, angry people aren't fun to deal with. The reason I hate it so much, is it feels like babysitting most of the time. Yeah, we have a lot of floor to go. Yeah, it just feels like babysitting. And instead of children, it's, like, young adults who are acting like children. And it's terrible. And it's not to say that I haven't been angry before. I have. You know, I get angry at dumbass teammates all the time, like anybody else does. But, like, doing it in a way where they can hear you, I think, is one of the worst things you can do. And I made a whole video about that, so I won't get too deep into that. But by the way, am I dropping any frames? In case anybody can tell. I don't imagine anybody can, but just to be sure. The thing with Roadhog is I think his health pool is fine. If he didn't have 600 health, he would be terrible. So I'm kind of okay with that. Oh, that's what Call the Void does. Yeah, I'm definitely okay with his 600 health pool. The thing that I don't like about him is the thing that everybody doesn't like about him, and that is his hook is broken. And I say this from a position of somebody who plays a lot of Roadhog and somebody who just hates playing against Roadhog. It is just really not fun to fight against. I'm just going to do that real quick, and then... I don't have a reroll yet. But yeah, it's like, earlier today I was playing Roadhog on Eichenwald, and I hooked a Genji that was in front of me, and he ended up behind me. Anybody who tells you to go Reaper to counter anybody right now is just wishfully thinking. Because, like, just don't play Reaper right now. I feel so bad because Reaper was in such an amazing spot whenever Anna's Nano Boost had the speed boost, and now he's just like bottom of the barrel. what was it? Like the tier list came out from one of the recent events, and he was like F tier, and it's like, really? He's fallen that far that quickly. Oh my fucking god, I hate Curse of the Maze. Oh my fucking god, fuck off. There we go. Fuck it. Oh, this is a terrible idea. What have I done? I have to get up this close to anything to hit it. I have probably just fucked myself. Whatever. I'll take the damage to finish this shit. I don't want that either. I don't know if they... I think they based Roadhog's ability off of a Dota character. I don't know what this does. I'm pretty sure they did at least. I think the character's called Pudge in Dota 2. But I don't play Dota 2, so don't quote me on that. I probably sound like an idiot too, but whatever. Let's see. Let's get Spider Mod. What does this do? Blue gloves. Cool. But yeah. I don't play MOBAs because, much the same reason I'm not a big fan of Overwatch's community. Like, people are assholes, but like, it's kind of difficult to say that and be like, well, you know, they're all pretty much that bad. It's like, yeah, I guess so, but doesn't mean I have to subject myself to it. Like, the thing is with MOBAs, I don't like how the game plays too, so there's that. Just the people being dickheads are kind of a... How does it even happen? Yeah, the hooks bringing people to the side and shit, like, that stuff's so annoying. I'm gonna reset. This run sucks. I had such a good run, too. It's gonna reset till I get an item room. I don't give a shit. If I get one, damn. Don't want that. Genji's good. Yeah, like, Roadhog's just fucking... He's just really fucked right now. And I hope they do something about it. Like, they've been kind of quiet, but I imagine it's probably... Oh my god. It's probably due to the fact that they're doing the holiday event right now. But I gotta say, they're losing interest in people, I believe. A lot of people complaining about it, which is, again, the reason I didn't really get into it. Yeah, Roadhog's hook hitbox is another big problem too. Like, it's so fucking huge. And I feel like it shouldn't be. It's like as tall as Soldier 76 or some shit. Like, there's a whole video about it, and I wanted to do the video like that first, but somebody else did. Apparently I sound like him, according to one of my commenters, which I don't think is the case. But, you know. I don't like this item anymore. D.Va's fucking unkillable right now. It's so annoying to fight D.Va. She's one of those... She's another character that feels like way too fucking busted right now. It's Soldier and D.Va are the busted characters for me. Let's reroll this. This is good. Like... I think with D.Va, one or the other buff should have been it. Either have her have extra health or make her move faster. And if I had to choose one, it would be make her move faster. That was the best thing that they did to her. It's just, like, now she's fucking annoying to fight. She has that booster thing that gets her out of fights in 2 seconds so she doesn't have to commit to anything. She has the defense matrix, which is up every, you know, flipping 2 seconds. Just all around really not fun to fight. That's pretty much kind of the entirety of the game right now. Yeah, she gets ult really fast too. That doesn't help. And as much as I love playing Ana, she's totally busted right now too. And it breaks my heart to say that, because I know she's going to get nerfed in knowing how the nerfs have gone so far, she's going to be useless. Oh, I should not have taken damage there. Yeah, this right here is a game that I've been playing a lot more. I got a new graphics card just so I could play Binding of Isaac in max settings. But no, I've been playing this a lot more because it's been not pissing me off like Overwatch has, so. I'm really hoping, like, with the turn of the year, they'll address a lot of the meta issues, but who knows. Yeah, also, I fucking hate that she can eat ults. Like, I'm not saying that's unbalanced, don't get me wrong, because that's totally balanced. Like, if she eats your ult, it's your fault, not anybody else's. I just still hate it. I've been, like, anytime I play, like, Zarya or something, or Hanzo, and fire off my ult and she eats it, I'm just like, are you fucking serious? And it's like most of the time they don't even mean to do it either. So it's just like rubbing salt in the wound. Oh yeah, Symetra can fuck up anybody now. Like, she's ridiculous. The range on that gun now is like crazier than I thought it was in the PTR. Like, and the thing about Symetra's changes is that they're just so unfortunate. Because they came at such a time in which we really didn't need an ability to give people 75 extra health. Like, that is the last thing we needed out of any patch. What we needed was to make people killable again. Like, that was the whole thing. And she just is counter to that. So now we have tank heroes who already don't die because of Ana, running around with 75 more HP, and also Torb's changes, if he's ever run, that's 75 even more. So everybody's running around with 150 HP, more than usual, and it's like, it's crazy. And yeah, oh my god, why did I do that? The patches have been really too swingy, and in some places, like, sometimes it's too swingy, and then other times it's like not swingy enough. Like, the big thing coming from this one was the nano boost change. Well, that was to make Ana stop nano boosting like Reapers and Reinhardts. Well, all it did was make it so that she just kind of nano boosts every tank now, and oh my god, fuck off. Hate this boss. I'm gonna fucking not get my deal with the devil, I know it. But yeah, like that was like that's the whole thing. It just changed it so that tanks are the ones that get the nano boost, and Soldier 76 when he has ult. Yeah, I'm gonna reset. This is bad. Yeah, like, I was excited for Symetra's changes. Like, she needed that, desperately, because she was terrible. But it's just like, she needed this at a different time. Because now I have this feeling that whenever we get to a state in which where she's at now would be good, Blizzard's going to fuck that up and make her terrible again. Because I don't know what it is about Blizzard's balance philosophy, but it's either something is way too fucking good or it's useless. And there's hardly ever any in between. And believe me, it upsets me more than anybody else here probably that Torbjorn's seeing play, because I hate Torbjorn. I'm just kidding. I don't actually have any strong feelings towards Torbjorn whatsoever. Should not have taken that yet, damn it. Oh well. Yeah, I do think it's good that they changed Torb so that he, like, actually isn't totally useless. Because he's been useless since, like, the very beginning of the game. Like, ever since it released, he's just kind of not seen very much play. Because of his paper-mache turret. Which, like, I say that, but I'm honestly, like, really glad that it is paper-mache, because I hate turret classes. Well, this is gonna be easy. god, I lost that spirit heart. I'm terrible. Gotta remember to dodge to the side and not backwards. God, yeah, I saw that comic and how Torb has all those kids. That dude couldn't pull out of a driveway. I've used that joke at least like 3 times now. I will waste a bomb for that, because I hate that room. The only good thing about Torbjorn is Mitch's video about him. The Torbjorn's Aardvark adventure, which if you haven't seen, what are you doing with your life? Maybe he's good. I plugged that video at the beginning of the thing that I did, last video that I did before I left. Man, I got some stories to tell from that. It's probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna go fight him anyway. Yeah, the travel that I had, like, the trip was so much fun. I had, like, a blast. Getting there and getting home was the worst in the entire world. I have never had such a terrible traveling experience in my entire life. I mean, it was, like, the trip that I had was so worth it, but, like, good lord, like, I got fucked over by the airline at least 100 times. Wait to reroll. Oh, great. Cool. This is definitely what I wanted. Hate it when it fucking does this to me. Oh, cool. I didn't need that. This run sucks. I'm resetting. Oh, that's terrible. I'm one of these people, by the way. We're gonna go with Cursed Eye. Fuck it. This is a terrible idea. Yeah, I was stranded in Chicago for an entire night. Because it was really fucking stupid. Like, my flight got delayed up north where I was. And we talked to the guy about rebooking because, like, I knew I wasn't going to be able to make my connecting flight. He was like, oh, no, like, we legally have to, or we're legally obligated to give you, like, 30 minutes between connecting flights or we have to rebook you, but you'll be able to make it. It's no big deal. And it got delayed, and it actually got to the airport early. Like, that's the fucked up part. It was there early. We were there. We sat on the ground for about an hour before we actually finally got to, like, dock and everybody got to get off. It was really fucking stupid. I don't want you guys to talk about Torbjorn like that anymore. Yeah, like, we got there early, so I was like, cool, I'll be able to make my connecting flight, and I'll be home by, like, 12, and then I can, you know, do whatever. Nope. And then they rebooked me for some fucking flight that was really far, like, it had so many layovers, and then I called again, and then they rebooked me again. Doing skits usually doesn't take that long. It's, like, usually people are pretty good about that, about, you know, standing in the right position and everything. I think, like, the only time I've ever had trouble was during the Lucio one. And it's just because everybody would start fucking around, and I'd be like, okay, we have to get back on track, you know? I hated being like that, because I felt like an asshole, but I'm gonna reset. Not doing Cursed Eye. Cursed Eye sucks. This guy gives me an item, I'll do this run all the way through, even if I die. But if he kills me, oh well. He killed me. Yeah, it really depends on how ambitious the skit is, too. If it's a small idea, like the Symetra one, that was nothing. Like, that took no time at all, but, like, the Roadhog one, sometimes I want to lay over a commentary track on that, but the thing is, the video is only, like, a minute and a half long, and I have so much to talk about just because of how many things we had to do in order to accomplish what we wanted to. There's a lot of editing tricks that I did too. I'm gonna fucking die. Yeah, that is true. Lucio is more needed. I don't know why they continually try to nerf him. People aren't gonna stop playing Lucio. He's going to have his speed boost and his aura heals. Like you're pretty much not gonna end up stopping him. I think like after the Symetra video's success, people were more on board with like, you know, sitting down and actually working on it because they knew that it was going to be, you know, shown to a really wide audience. At least that one was. I don't like to start and resetting. I'm the worst. This is good. I'll go with this. There's a reason I don't have or I don't do videos on Isaac, by the way. I do like playing the game, but I'm such a perfectionist about runs. I want something cool or I want something super OP. Yeah, Mercy's in a really bad spot right now, too. One of the ideas that I've seen a lot of people throw around, which I really like, is that Mercy should have some sort of purification E ability. And by purification, I mean like removing status effects, such as like on his heal grenade, when it's or an enemy on his heal grenade, it removes that. I think that could be like a really good thing. Have it just be on like a decent enough cooldown, so she can't just pop it over and over like Ana can do the grenade. Because as it stands right now, she's like my least favorite healer to play. Pretty much my least favorite hero in the game to play, honestly. Oh, that's useless. Sorry if I'm not doing a good job of reading the chat right now. I'll go over things if I missed anything right now. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm afraid of too. Whenever the new stuff hits, like if a new healer comes out or something, or somebody with a speed boost, and then all of a sudden Lucio is just like no longer needed. Right now, his Amp It Up doesn't even out heal Winston's Tickle Gun, so I mean, that's pretty bad. I mean, that's 60 damage per second, I think. But still, like, that's his amplified healing. That's not his regular healing. So, already got the item. Let's go. Yeah, it takes time to get together to make it, get everybody with the same schedules. You know, actually refining the idea. The thing is with our skits is like, before we even we have it like in the Discord, we have like this group that's just, or the text channel, it's just about submitting ideas, so. That really helps out, because I'm not the most creative mind in the world. I will not profess to be so, but. Like that song, I make it with some assistance from my pals. That's how it goes, right? Remember when I was doing the PTR stuff and streaming, I had like 50 viewers. Nobody cares about me anymore. I'm just fucking around. I do really appreciate you all coming out tonight. Especially considering it's basically Christmas and it's like almost 1 a.m. So, that is, I very much do appreciate that. Probably not going to be streaming for too much longer. I probably need to go to bed pretty soon. It's not like I have to do anything tomorrow, but I kind of want to work on some things, get my shit in order. Hopefully. Next order of business is getting my video editor, but still worried about doing that considering the Windows update that's sitting on my computer that's a ticking time bomb, because then I'm just going to have to install it again. I really want to do more stuff than Overwatch right now, but I know that's not going to pull in, like, any viewers, because that's the sole reason anybody ever subscribed to me, was because I did Overwatch stuff, but it's, like, it's just so fucking hard now, you know? I don't know why I took that. Get tears up. Fuck off. It was a bad play. Alright, good. Yeah, I have no extended family, so I don't have anywhere to be on Christmas either. And don't worry, I'm not bent out of shape about that. Let's see. I think they should add some sort of HUD element that indicates whenever somebody on your team either give it a percentage on everybody's name. I think that would be really good. I don't know why that isn't a thing already. This run sucks. I'm resetting. Ooh, okay, we're good. But yeah, that's one thing that I definitely think should be there. It would invalidate the Z key, which is telling people what your ult's at or whatever. Not so much, because, you know, if somebody's running into battle, they don't have time to hit shift to tell whether or not somebody has an ult. But yeah, that is something that should be added. There's a lot of, like, little quality of life things that I think could be added, and I just can't think of them right now. And that's certainly one of them. Nice. Could get 2 lost room items out of this, but I'm not going to. They'd probably both be range ups. Knowing my luck. Yeah, speak of range ups. Let's see if I can get another charge. Well, let's hope this last one isn't a sacrifice room. Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, it is a sacrifice room. It's really weird to talk about, like, adding HUD elements and everything, because as it stands right now, the game has a ton of visual clutter. It's one of my biggest complaints, is that, like, there's so much shit going on all the time, and it's all over the place. Yeah, an ammo counter next to the crosshair would be good. Like, I feel like a lot of these, like, you don't even have to really, like, change much to the core game. You could just add them as just options, you know? But again, we'll see. I feel like right now with Overwatch, they're going in so many different directions, and there's so many things they could do that they're not doing, and there's so many things they are doing that, like, it's just, I'm sure it's overwhelming for them to keep up with just how much is going on with this game. So that's why I'm being a little bit patient with it. So yeah. This looks like a secret room. Oh, fuck off. Oh, I wasted that bomb too, because there's a Drock here. Let's jump over here. Let's go ahead and fight this dude. Yeah, community content would be great. I actually booted up TF2 for, like, the first time in a few months yesterday, which I seemingly do a lot every few months. I'll just, like, kind of get the craving to play TF2 again, and then I end up not enjoying it at all and that was certainly the case this time, because the community is still terrible. And also it's like hardly there too. Not nearly as much as it was whenever I was playing it. It's like, sometimes I go back to TF2 and it's a good reminder of how bad hit detection can actually be. Because I was playing Sniper, and there are so many times where I know I hit somebody in the head and it doesn't register. Like, it has that lovely mark on the face. Like, you get blood on their face, but it doesn't do anything. Like, that's always really fun. How would I change Sombra? It's really difficult to say exactly how I would do it, because there are so many people that are way better at coming up with suggestions for stuff like that, but, I think number one thing that I would do is probably increase her damage. Her damage is awful right now. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, she's not supposed to be able to get kills. You know, I get that, but, like, her gun's damage is terrible, and it also has some of the worst spread in the entire game. So you could be dead accurate, but still miss, like, every shot because of how much spread there is. And it's after, like, one shot, too. I already ruined Holy Mantle. Yeah, I feel pretty strongly about things in TF2, probably because I have a 3,000 hour investment in that game. Man, I'm terrible. Again, there's a reason I don't do a series on this. I don't have a key? I don't. You know, like TF2 at its core, it's in a place that I don't recognize anymore, and as such, I'm not a big fan of it. Okay, we're good. We got a key. Want a bomb, but I'm not gonna get it. Yeah, accuracy is probably her biggest thing, because I mean, like, if it didn't have as much spread, I think it'd be a lot better. Because you can you can empty the mag in like 1.5 seconds. That's pretty quick. Why did I not go into the item room? I thought I got a bomb instead of a key. Ew, no, never. Alright, not taking an item on this floor. Unless... Ah, neat. Ah, double neat. Oh, no wonder that couldn't have been the secret room. The boss is right there. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, maybe the teleporter lasting longer would be good too. I don't know. It's just like a lot of things could be done. One of the things that Jeff Kaplan said in the recent developer update actually struck me really well. Because I didn't even think about this whenever Sombra initially came out, and like I was immediately calling for buffs and everything, which I still am, by the way. But they're waiting to see how people will use Sombra and see if they can actually use her effectively. And the reason why is because, like, one of the reasons Ana's so busted right now is because in the very beginning they gave her so many buffs because people thought she was shit. And then people actually figured out how to use her, and then they took those buffs and made her one of the most amazing characters in the game. So I think it is a good thing that they're waiting a little bit to see if anybody can actually figure out an effective way to use her. However, the way that I'm seeing it right now, there isn't going to be an effective way to use her. Because you even see like high-level people playing Sombra, and it's just like... The problem is, it's the same problem with a lot of lower-tier heroes, where it's like, yeah, you could do a lot with this character, but you know who else you could do a lot with? Like, literally anybody else. Like, you want to harass backlines, you go Tracer. It's much better. Like, her health pack hacking is pretty much like her saving grace. Her ult's really good too. I don't want to downplay that, because it is really good. It can be a huge game changer. It's just, you know, unless you're like on a super coordinated team, I just don't see her being that useful. And given the fact that the environments that we play Overwatch, it's very, very rare to see a coordinated team. of that attack right there. Yeah, her ult, the length is really bad too. It only lasts 6 seconds, so it's like, what can be done in that amount of time? Overwatch has this really weird thing with time, where it's like, a single second can be an eternity, but 6 seconds can be like a millisecond. Be a good item. This is a bad item. One of the things about her that I really don't like is the LOS on her hack, and how it's so easily broken, and how you can shoot her out of it too. I don't know about Hans's ult. I think it's fine where it's at, honestly. Like, it's a good zoning tool. Not much else past that. Like, it's really good with Zarya's ult too. It's probably best with that. Be a good item. This is a bad item. I'm ready for the game to be not World of Tanks. Another joke that I've already used today, but I don't give a fuck. Any of you are in any Discord groups that I'm in, I apologize for how much I repeat my own jokes. You gotta understand, when you're not funny, you gotta cling on to whatever you got. And believe me, there are cemeteries that are funnier than I am. Where could the secret room be? Probably right here. Oh, is that not it? Whatever. Alright, well, I give up. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try it one more time. It's not gonna be here. Oh, here we go. Oh, sweet.
Tears
Not
down,
sweet.
addicted,
Even less sweet.
infested.
Oh yeah, like the fucking delay whenever you come out of stealth is really annoying. It's the same problem that I have with like Genji's ult. It's like that animation that plays like how am I not taking damage? Whatever. It's an animation that plays after your ult is done. That takes up like a full second. It's so annoying. Believe me, I'm not about buffing Genji. I'm joking. Like he's in a pretty shit spot right now. I'll totally concede on that point. I just don't like him. He's annoying. He's annoying to fight. I don't like playing him, so therefore he does not deserve any buffs because I am a bitch. We have a key. Should probably go use that. Oh, I didn't know the wall climb canceled it. This is a good item. Yeah, see, I don't play enough Genji to know these things. There was a time in which I tried to play Genji, but was really bad at it. So I just kind of lost interest in it. Genji's a really stressful character to play. Like, if you want to play him like at a really high level. So that's why I just didn't really get into it. I'm taking so many hits, and these pretty flies are saving me. Yeah, I totally get that playing Genji right now is super annoying, and like the thing for me is that it's great for me because I get to see Genji mains cry, which is always fun. Oh my god, this room is designed to fuck me. But he is in a totally bad spot, I acknowledge that. I have a friend who's a Genji main, and his sadness brings me joy. I'm a good person. Very good person. Oh, how did I know it was going to be Krampus? You bastard. How did he... Okay, whatever. I have, like, no damage, too. That makes it even worse. Can you stop doing that? I love that attack. Oh, you gave me the shit item. You gave me the shit item and when I rerolled. Okay, that's gonna do it for this game. I don't feel like playing it right now. Alright. Yep, that's gonna do it for tonight. Thank you guys for coming out and talking and whatnot, especially at such a late hour. I do appreciate it. Hopefully soon enough I'll be back up and running again. Expect that within at least the next coming days, if not like by the turn of next year, but who knows. So that's like all my updating stuff and everything, and hopefully whoever watches this VOD, which probably won't be that many people, can kind of derive what's happening. So again, thank you guys. Really appreciate you coming out, and I'll see you next time.